Hi, my name's Emily, and what I'm about to share with you is not just a story, it's a piece of my life, torn open, raw, and bleeding. It begins with a gift I gave my stepmother on Mother's Day. A gift so perfect that she smiled at first, until she realized what it truly meant. I'll never forget her face when the color drained, when her composure cracked, when the mask she had so carefully worn for years slipped. But before you understand why that gift mattered so much, you need to know the whole story. You need to walk with me through grief, through silence, through a house that stopped feeling like home, through the shadow of a woman who replaced my mother before I could even say goodbye. This is my story. When I was 11, my world ended. My mom was everything to me. Kind, gentle, warm. The sort of mother who tucked handwritten notes into my lunchbox, who laughed so loudly that neighbors could hear, who smelled like garden soil and lavender hand cream. And then, melanoma came. It started so small, just a complaint about a headache one afternoon. Nothing serious, I thought. Nothing anyone thought. But in 82 days, I was standing at her grave, clutching tissues that stayed dry because I was too stunned to cry, wearing a black dress that still had the store tags dangling inside. 13 months. That's all the time I had to crawl through grief before Dad brought Cassandra home. She was beautiful, the kind of woman magazines like to put on their covers. Blonde hair that didn't move in the wind, perfect teeth, high heels, even at backyard barbecues. She worked at Dad's investment firm. Client relations, smooth voice, air-kiss greetings. She knew how to make people feel like they were the only one in the room until she no longer needed them. "She makes me happy again," Dad told me. His voice was gentle, but it carried weight, like a command. "I need you to try, Emily." So I tried. God, I tried. I carried Cassandra's boxes of designer shoes into the closet where Mom's gardening clothes once hung. I watched as she rearranged our family photographs, pulling down family photographs, replacing them with abstract art to open the space. I even smiled when she ripped out Mom's vegetable garden and replaced it with a meditation patio, declaring that growing your own food is so provincial. For 3 years, I played the role of grateful stepdaughter. I attended her corporate dinners, wearing the dresses she bought me. I stood by her side while her friends gushed, "She's so mature for 14." I swallowed my grief behind perfect grades and practiced smiles. Dad didn't notice when I stopped laughing. He was too busy with Cassandra's social calendar, too distracted by wine clubs and couples retreats. Meanwhile, I slept with Mom's sweater under my pillow, until even that lost her scent. She tried, in her way. She bought me expensive birthday gifts, things she would have wanted herself. She threw elaborate dinner parties and introduced me as our daughter to people who never remembered my name. She even started a college fund for me, making sure everyone knew about her generosity. But when I got my first period, it was Google that taught me what to do. When nightmares of Mom's death shook me awake at night, it was the family dog who comforted me. She wanted the performance of motherhood without the work of it. And Dad, he let her. Sophomore year, something changed. For the first time since Mom died, I felt alive again. I'd been cast as the lead in the school play. Rehearsals lit something inside me. Standing on stage, speaking words that weren't mine, but carried my voice, I felt powerful. Opening night was circled in red on my calendar. It was my chance to step into the light again. But Cassandra had other plans.
Her charity gala landed on the same evening. The Richardsons were coming. Their son was at Princeton. Connections, Emily, she said, not looking up from her phone. Obviously, you'll need to skip the performance. Dad opened his mouth to argue, but then Cassandra touched his arm. He stopped. It's just a high school play, he said softly. There will be others. My heart cracked. That night, I went to my room and pulled out the antique jewelry box Mom had left me. Inside was her wedding ring, a lock of my baby hair, and a journal I had never opened. I had been too afraid of confronting her final thoughts, afraid of finding words she never got to say. But that night, through tears, I read it cover to cover. Most of it was what you'd expect. Her hopes for my future, memories she cherished, advice she would never get to give in person. But the last entry, dated just 2 weeks before she died, was different. If you're reading this, Emily, I need you to know about the safe deposit box. The key is taped inside this cover. What you find there will change everything. I'm so sorry. My hands shook as I pulled out the tiny silver key. The next day, I skipped school and went to First National. The manager recognized me instantly. My family had banked there for generations. Your mother said you'd come eventually, he told me, leading me into the vault. Inside the box was a USB drive, several folders of documents, and a letter addressed to me in Mom's handwriting. I pressed the envelope to my chest before opening it. My dearest Emily, it began. By now, Cassandra has probably worked her way into your lives completely. I've known about her for years. I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video, but watch the rest down below. That Mother's Day, I handed Cassandra a small wrapped package. She smiled her perfect smile as she untied the ribbon. Inside was the USB drive. I watched her face as she plugged it in, her confidence melting away, her cheeks blanching as the screen lit up. Because what my mother had left behind wasn't just memories. It was truth. It was warning. It was everything Cassandra had tried to bury beneath money and charm. And as she realized what I had given her, her mask cracked. For the first time in years, I saw fear in her eyes. That moment was when everything began to unravel. The gift wasn't just a token. It was a bombshell. And what came after changed my life forever. But that is a story for another day.